we drove to
I
St.
can.
George, and how many times did we stop?
Sugar, well, I can hold my pee a long time. I can.
What's
You don't pee.
What's a long time to you?
Well, I don't know, a couple hours. I sleep
we're
all night
going.
long. Oh.
Hey, we're just talking about
Oh.
Camille's bladder.
Welcome back, y'all.
Lack of
Talking,
holding
y'all.
it.
I can hold it. I can
Do you
hold
wear
it.
Depends?
I've never worn a Depend in my life. I have been in diapers since I was unable to walk. I was a baby.
Yeah.
No, I have pretty good tight. I have now. You know how some women that have had children they leak. I have tight bladder.
Yeah.
I don't have a leaking
I don't
problem.
have a leaky problem either.
Me neither. But if I drink caffeine, I mean, I gotta sometimes just go. I gotta go pee, and I get up
Does it
and I'm
make you
fast.
poop too? Because I heard like
It's a good.
Yeah,
you
it's a
betcha.
cleanser.
A lot of that's men's lubrication.
That's my mom.
Seriously, a lot of people get up
She,
and drink
you
their
know,
coffee and go poop.
She does. That's why she drinks coffee. She's like, I don't love the flavor, but it makes me poop.
Well, that
and
sounds
we
rough.
talked on the last podcast. So she was of the era where they drank castor oil before church the night before.
To avoid
And,
church,
yeah,
maybe?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So everybody was like, I'll be right back.
Don't come in here.
She did that. I don't know if you just needed to be clean before you met Jesus. I don't really understand that Southern philosophy.
There ain't Cheetos too much and they can't go.
No, but she's a problem. I love you, Mom. You never watch these, so I don't care. But she has a
little
problem pooping.
constipation problem.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
seriously.
She needs to get a colonoscopy.
well.
That's scary.
I know, but
Colon
I mean,
cancer is
she's-
on the rise, y'all. And the studies now are saying that you need to have colonoscopy even earlier than 50. Because there's a lot of kids
Here's what
that
I
are
don't.
getting
I know,
colon
but here's what I
cancer.
don't understand about these tests. So say you have a mammogram, and then they say you're good. You're good for 18 months. Well, what happens in 18 months? What if your body's growing something? Why do they make you wait so long?
Because there's not, well, it probably takes a long time, honestly. But if you've got, different kind of tissue, you got to be careful.
Right. Or if you have a history of it, I would think they would say,
Or
I
a
need you
family
to come
history.
in a little bit more. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Watched The Bachelorette last night.
Oh.
Now, y'all, I have not really watched this
one?
I mean, I haven't watched it. I kind of see, bits and pieces of different seasons, so I know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But this, Becca is the reject of
Yeah, she
what's
was
his
on.
bucket, who chose her, and then all of a sudden he
Changed his mind.
Yeah, and on TV he dumps her, and she's like, "What?"
And he went back to what's her name?
And he did. He went back to the first runner-up or whatever they're called.
right.
So,
Isn't that shitty? That's just,
Yeah.
that would break, that's
I
humiliating.
kind of think, you know what? If you sign up to go on a show like that,
They're
it's
gonna
like
do
you
that.
don't know what to predict. You just don't know.
Well, and they're probably going to do salacious things like that to get you watching. That's normal.
Well, yeah. I mean, and if you
We'll see how
look
long
at
this lasts.
the history of the show, I mean, it first
Yeah.
started out as like normal folks that work, at a department store that are trying to find real love.
Now it's
you
all-
get like psycho crazies that busted out of a jail or something. I don't
Big
know.
secrets, yeah.
I don't know. So last night, the psycho that we talked about, I can't remember his name. Oh, remember the guy that told her he loved her, and he was like, "No, wait, that didn't go so well. So I'm just kidding. I didn't mean that, right?"
Yeah, I
And she
really don't
was
love you.
like,
I just wanted to keep you.
I just wanted
yeah,
to
I want
see
to
how you
manipulate her.
react to that
Yeah.
because I'm desperate. So then, now there's this other guy named Jordan. And the couch. We talked about the couch, right? Where she's always rubbing somebody's leg, and then all of a sudden they
on
start
the
swapping
couch.
spit and stuff like that. So she had just sat down with Wills, this cute little guy, right? So she just sat down with him. Now Jordan walks up, and he says, "Hey, do you mind if I have a few minutes?" And Wills goes, "Yeah, I just sat down with her." Meanwhile, Becca's not saying a damn word, right?
They're going to duke it out.
And so he goes, I got to clear my mind. And he goes, "So my time with her is not important?" I was like, "Yeah."
Good.
And so
Be a
Wills
pussy.
finally goes, I'll give you 2 minutes. So he's standing and he's like this.
Oh my gosh.
And Jordan is just diarrhea of the mouth. Whatever happened, like they didn't get along, something happened, some kind of thing, and now he needed to clear the air to make sure she knows that he loves her or something like that, right? And so he's like, I just got to I can't stop thinking about you. And he's just blah, blah, blah. Becca's not saying a word.
blah, blah, blah is right. Yeah.
So Will comes over, or Will's, whatever his name is, and he comes
time's
over and
up.
he goes, "Yeah, you're 2 minutes up." And he
Time's
goes,
up.
"Dude, I just need a little more time." He goes, No,
Yeah, my time.
this is my time. I gave you
Yeah.
2 minutes of my time.
Right?
But I'm not done. They literally had an argument for quite a while. And I'm thinking, they're going to duke it out.
Get the hell out of here.
But you know what? To me, Becca, I would have been like, hey, Jordan,
Have a little.
I had my time with you. You got to speak for 2 minutes, and no, I'm sorry, your time is done. Bye-bye. You're not manipulating.
The producer's probably going,
They are. So who do you think got the very last rose?
oh, did he really?
Jordan.
That boob. He's a boob.
Right? So I think one drama
Whiner.
queen left, and now we have another drama queen. So they left Vegas. Now they're going somewhere in Virginia.
Are these
And-
all in the States, or have they been all over the country?
No, then they're going to go. Well, they were in Utah last week.
They were, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they went to Vegas.
And
Because
now
apparently
Virginia.
you can't just party in one town.
No.
Apparently you have to have certain sceneries and backgrounds to make you look more drunk and fall in love and say stupid shit.
That's interesting.
Now they're after Virginia. Then they're going to some, it showed like later on down the season, they're going to, of course they have to go to some island where they don't wear a lot of clothes.
Oh, well,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, you have to make out in the water
With a bikini top on or something.
or not.
Showing nipples or something, yeah.
Right. And then you have to make out somehow on a ship.
Yeah, with some sort of boat, something.
Right.
A yacht. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a fucking boat.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the line, an elephant gets thrown in.
And you're under a waterfall with that elephant.
You are.
Yeah. I think I'd fall in love with anybody under a waterfall with an
I
elephant.
fall in love with Toby, my dog.
I would have fallen in love with the elephant. Have you seen baby elephants? Have you ever seen an elephant?
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. They are like puppies. They are so sweet.
So smart and so sweet. Yeah, I actually, well, first of all, I did a story when the Ringling Brothers came in town, so I got to go do
I love that.
Gunther Gable Williams' son.
Yeah.
Now, I met Gunther Gable Sr. when he was alive during Miss USA at
Wow.
Madison Square Garden. They came to town.
That's awesome.
So I got to ride the lead elephant for the parade that comes out, the grand, whatever it is. I'll just tell you, the hair on an elephant
I know.
skin is like porcupine.
It is. And you don't know that.
No, I knew it. My crotch was like, ow. So those little girls in those
you don't see
little
it,
like
yeah.
costumes and stuff,
They gotta
I
get
wonder-
chafed.
I wonder if they shave
They have chafing.
those
I bet they're
elephants.
chafed.
They're like, I'm going to put my butt right here.
I've got video on my phone. We were in Africa, and
Oh.
these men literally devote their entire life to that baby elephant. These are orphans. Their parents were slaughtered for for the ivory. Makes me sick. But these little babies, they knew when it was feeding time, and they're out and they're into kind of a muddy, pig sloppy thing, and they are rolling around, and they are so stinking cute.
They're just being little
And their
little
person,
babies.
they're messing with that person, and they're teasing it, and they're throwing
Oh
stuff
my
at him.
gosh.
And these men they just loved on him and hugged him and kissed him. It was adorable. Well, here comes the milk truck. Okay, and this milk truck, oh
It's
my!
like the ice cream truck for
Yep,
elephants.
and they all start, chubby running. So
Cute.
Yeah, I know. And they have their 5 flipping gallons. That thing is 5 gallons, and so that little baby elephant, they don't touch.
They each
those
get
men
5
can't hold them.
gallons?
Yeah, 5 gallons of milk. Oh
my gosh.
They went and grabbed that milk and they wrapped their trunk around the top of the nipple, and then they
They figured it out.
oh my hell, they just suck that shit down like that.
Wow.
And it takes
It's like Camille
literally.
with a margarita, y'all.
Actually, that's Gretchen with that. She's got a long straw going. You
like
gonna
my-
finish that? You finishing that? Hold on.
Later.
When she
I
drinks
know.
it, that bitch has 3 or
So
4 in a mug
cute.
too.
Do you know what? There was
But they're so cute.
There was a Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Part of her prize package. They had the
gave her an
pageant.
elephant.
They did. It was in. I'm going to say this wrong. Namibia.
I remember this. Yeah,
It's,
yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
Africa. I don't,
Nimbai or whatever, yeah, yeah.
Nim something.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, her gift was an elephant, and it stayed at the refuge.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, it was just her elephant. But
Good. Oh, they're so neat.
Oh my gosh.
They're
Yeah, like
so
hey,
cute.
real estate agent, I need a big ass backyard. I just want an elephant.
They can't live alone. I mean, they got to have their tribe. They got to have their other little buddies. They are families. I mean, and these elephants, they communicate. They never forget things. They're so smart.
When you counsel people, do you say, let's take it back to the elephants?
The elephants can teach us a lot, y'all.
I know.
No, but I probably should get a lecture going on elephants. I think they're brilliant.
Oh, they are.
They're so smart. I mean, yeah.
I just am so touched by the loyalty
That's it.
like they have.
They have their little family.
I posted this picture from last summer. I'm down in Lake Powell, and my kids are on this rock, kind of far out, but they're staying on this rock and they're jumping and all this kind of stuff. And I start wading in the water because I want to go see them.
Yeah.
Here comes Toby, my dog, y'all. That is the most
Oh, I saw your picture.
tiny little, like
He's keeping up with you.
He went in that water. That dog does not swim. He doesn't, don't get my
He's
fur
with her.
wet.
He's with her.
He is watching me the whole time.
He was. Oh,
Like
he
this.
loves you.
We were actually in a little cove, and I was just swimming and floating around. He swam all the way across.
No way.
And all the way back.
That little whiny
But
shit.
without a life jacket. I have a doggy life jacket on. He was just like,
Where's my Gretchen? He loves you.
Seriously.
He loves you. That dog loves you.
no, but the devotion of animals is crazy.
It is amazing.
Even your little Ginger, man, she'll just sit there like,
I know.
I won't
And
move
she'll
until
just-
you tell me I could blink.
She kind of stuff me and she like, hold me, love me, come on.
Yeah.
She's so cute. She's
oh
so
my
cute.
gosh.
She doesn't make a noise. She doesn't bark at all. She's terrified to make a noise.
Not because of Camille.
Because I ain't beating that dog, but somebody is.
No, he
Nobody
doesn't
beats her.
beat her.
No. But she
Um,
is precious.
So,
So cute. I love it. I've had 18 pets, by the way.
I mean, really?
I've had birds, I've had cats, I've had dogs. My favorite are dogs, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
I love
have
animals, actually.
I have a snake
That's kind of a
at
secret
the
of mine.
house. Cutler has a chameleon that's beautiful, but I'm like,
And he's kind of a...
what do you do with those pets? I
Yeah.
mean, do you be like,
No.
hey, give me a big throat thing if you've had a good day? They don't wag anything.
They don't lick- yeah.
They don't lick you.
No.
But he used to have this chameleon that he would put on his head like a hat, and he'd walk around the house like a chameleon, just chill, just walk around with him.
I used to walk in the house and I had a bird that would fly right here.
Really? Just shit
Jasmine.
on your shoulder all the time?
She did. She stood on my shoulder all the time. She loved me. The birds will mate for life, and she would just sit there and kiss me. Oh my God, that bird loved. She
Did you
loved
mate
me.
with her?
Well, I don't think that's possible.
Y'all, Camille.
Well, I don't think that's gonna work.
Hey, I found this, and I thought you'd get a kick out of this.
What?
So you're the marriage counselor, right? This is marriage advice, y'all, from 1886,
Damn, let's hear it.
which I think this is a little flowery because I'm sure back then he was like, "Woman, get my milk."
No, it's bitch. Get my milk, yeah.
Let your love be stronger than your hate or anger, because that always works when you're in the heat of it.
Interesting they lead with emotion, but go ahead.
Learn the wisdom of compromise, for it is better to bend a little than to break.
Okay.
I didn't write this shit. Don't look at me. I was not around in
Okay.
1886. Thank you.
Oh.
Believe the best rather than the worst. Okay, so he is.
Is this
now-
for her or him?
I don't know.
It's got to be for her.
People have a way of living up or down to your opinion of them.
Well, that's
What?
true about women. I believe that. Oh, your kids want to make you happy. Good men want to make their woman happy. Yeah.
Okay. Remember that true friendship is the basis for any lasting relationship.
Friendship actually is, we don't judge each other. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. The person you choose to marry is deserving of the courtesies and kindness you bestow upon your friends.
Well, I believe that too. I think that's
so
wisdom.
far, y'all, we are doing good.
Good wisdom here from 1800.
Please hand this down to your children and your children's children. The more things change, the more they are the same.
Well, the nature of man and women in a relationship, it is similar. It's the same as it ever was.
In case you're watching, that's from Jane Wells, 1886.
Hey, Janie, we like your stuff.
Jane, we appreciate that. However,
You're dead.
they didn't have social media back then. They didn't have ways to busting people.
No, but they had to pass it on story to story to story.
I know, like, what would your counsel be to a couple back in 1886 if they were having a tumultuous situation?
Well, I probably would have told women to
Like,
just...
for instance, Little House on the Prairie. Remember that bitch, Nellie's
Oh,
mom?
Nellie. Yeah.
And the sweet husband that ran the store, and she was
passive.
like Satan with boobs.
Oh my gosh. But I'll tell you what he did do. There were certain times when he handled her.
I know.
Most of the time he just let her be that bitch on wheels.
Yeah.
And everybody hated her and everybody knew what she was like.
I know.
Selfish, narcissistic pig.
She was awful and ugly.
And then Nellie, same.
Nellie.
Nellie was a brat. But
Yeah.
if I were in 1800s, I probably would have told the woman that if you don't want to get beat, you best be making that man happy. So don't talk back. That's honestly what would happen.
That would never come out of your mouth.
No.
No.
But
No,
nowadays
no.
it's, nowadays, But let me tell you what my therapy was 100 years ago. That's what it looks like for, my little story. So 100 years ago, therapy was the phone rings 1:30 in the morning, and Mildred gets out of bed and she's got her rollers and
She's
she
got
gets
the hairnet.
Well, Yeah, exactly. She goes to the
bathrobe. She got to put her bathrobe on before she goes to the bathroom and makes a phone call.
And you take the phone off the wall because that's where they used to stick, and then you
Rotary.
Yeah, exactly. And you say hello.
With a long cord.
And she gets a phone call from her neighbor. He's not home yet. I don't know where he's at. He's just not home yet. Come on over, honey. I'll put on some coffee. And then she starts making her coffee.
She gets her piece of cake.
She gets her coffee, and she's got her little cornbread out.
That's where coffee cake came from, y'all. It's from women.
That's right. And then little Betty Sue comes knocking on the door, and she's tearful, and she's a young bride, and she's like, I don't know where he is. He's not home. It's 1:30 in the morning. What do I do? And all this, Mildred's doing is she's pouring the coffee, and she's got her cigarette.
You're talking about like this.
And she's like going like this. I know, honey. I know. And that's all she says.
That's it.
I know.
They just have coffee and they eat. That's why we have a weight problem.
That's therapy. That's therapy 100 years ago. Because women just knew men were going to do whatever the hell they wanted to do.
Right. There's no changing.
And then they're going to come home and they're going to think everything's normal and you just don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's the truth. Now today's world, it's a lot different. But there is... Are you dropping your mic again?
No, I was trying to pull it.
Mic drop. Yeah, I did. So, no, I think there is a lack of alpha males on this planet. I think they have nowhere to go.
You just let you up kind?
Well, no, that's subjectification of males. Alpha males don't do bullshit. They're kind of like, they're soldiers, they're farmers. They're usually manual labor kind of guys because they want to work with their hands. Mm-hmm. And they aren't good at emotional stuff. That's women's department. But they listen to their women. So I do think that there's a lack of, alpha males, and that's really what women get attracted to, is a strong guy that would kill for you, that would protect you, that would make sure the house is locked every night and stuff like that, right? So, but yeah, I think that's honestly, and I think people are on a bell curve. Kinsey had a movie out, the Kinsey movie and the Kinsey Report. This was a scientist back in the 50s, and he discovered that we are on a bell curve of sexuality. There's heterosexual, which is alpha male, and alpha female, and then anywhere in between. From bisexual to pansexual, whatever. But all these different sexualities are just a shade. So there's extremely gay and extremely straight, and then everything between. Yeah.
But not all men, when they're not gay, right? But not all men are alpha males.
No, they're not.
So do you generally see a relationship that has an alpha female with a non-alpha male?
No, it's interesting to find. What I find is people find their similar vibration. So, I don't know, metrosexual, whatever, a guy that has a little bit more flair and fashion sense. Is usually with a woman who's not as alpha female, So there's different, I don't know what to call it. There's different mirroring, though. But yeah, the alphas are with the alphas typically.
You know what? And I was reading this article. I thought you'd get a kick out of this. And it was talking about the exact moment you were born into this earth. So wherever the planets were at that exact moment created your personality.
Correct. That's right.
And
rising
so
sign.
if you are attracted to a certain type of person, you cannot change that. That is part of your personality. That's how you came.
That's right. That's exactly it.
Yeah. So when you have people, and I'm sure you have clients that are like, I feel so bad, but I'm just not attracted. Or I feel so awful, but they're just not my type.
And that's nothing you can control. You can't make yourself something.
Yeah. I mean, they married wrongly then, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
So they just need to learn to...
Well, there's compatibilities in certain areas. Maybe they're great parents, maybe they're great lovers, maybe they're great friends. There's attraction for some reason, but you got to figure out, what kind of attraction is this? What are we happily ever after? Or are we best friends, or are we going to be...
Right. Are we just business partners with parents, or...
Correct. Yeah.
How do you help a couple that maybe they're, approaching empty nesters and, man, they're like dreading being together. Too much time together. How do you help them with that?
Well, you've got to find a hobby to do together. And it might be around the grandkids or the kids, but there's got to be some mutual connecting time. Or you are just roommates and you live in a roommate world,
Because you know what, I remember when my boys were playing a lot of sports and stuff, you would get the grandparents that would come and support, and they were so darn cute.
Yeah.
They never talked. One
They're
would
just there
sit
for the
here and they'd go,
grandbabies,
and one was there. Or then you'd have the ones that were so cute and they'd hold hands walking up.
Yeah. And if there's a chemistry, you want to keep that chemistry alive. Yeah. But that chemistry stays alive in a coupleship when when people can recover from battles, when they have kindnesses,
Yeah.
When each other can really own your crap and say you're sorry.
Yeah.
If you can't have that clean up the mess, because there's always messes. People fight. Every couple fights. And if you don't fight, there's probably not a lot of passion, right? But you have to be able to clean up your messes with each other.
How do you determine a healthy I'm sorry?
There's usually emotion behind it. You can feel, they're either they have glistening eyes, they're tearful. You can sense the genuineness, and they get the impact of whatever they did that it had on you, and they articulate that. I'm sure that me cheating on you, or leaving you, or not being at the wedding with you, or whatever, had this effect on you. They
kind of explain it.
Yeah, they get it.
I remember an ex in my life. This is his way of saying sorry. I'm sorry you are upset. I'm sorry this made you upset.
Where did he borrow that from?
Like, I'm not sorry that I did. There's no
did.
accountability. I'm not going to take any accountability for what I did. I'm sorry you chose to be upset.
Right.
And I just go, like, shut up. Like, shut up.
Narcissist.
But I do think, like, I've been in a relationship where, something happened, and it just like, it's done. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Something, whatever it was, it just made me go, like, light switch, it's off, I'm done. And yet, even though I know that this person is coming back and they really are sorry, it's not changing. I mean, I can appreciate the apology, but it's just not changing things.
Yeah.
How does that person go, okay, I need to stop begging and move on? Because there's a part of me that goes, like, are you so ego conscious that you think I'm going to go back to you if you say this enough times?
Right. The impact really is that whatever they did or didn't do that caused you to go, I'm unplugged. They need a world of education on how to really realize the impact of their behavior.
Yeah.
So they'll get it. I mean, it's because you're going to keep being a no.
Right.
They're not working you to get back in there. They can't manipulate or waterwork. And there's got to be more than just I'm sorry. There's got to be, I want to create a future with you that looks like this. This will never happen again. I'll make sure of it by this. I mean, there has to be
like a recipe or something.
enrollment. Like, you're not enrolled back in the relationship because someone said sorry.
Yeah.
That doesn't do it. I mean, it's like a defiant, I'm sorry, fine then, I'm sorry. It's like,
yeah. Are you happy now?
Right.
I said it.
You can shut up now because I finally said I'm sorry. Let's go have sex or something. Come on, get over it.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Right.
Because I think some men, I'm not going to call everyone out, but I do think some men go, ew, I've got that urge, I need to have sex, so I better go be nice.
I better say I'm sorry.
So
I better get her talking to me.
And they're like, and then the woman goes, oh, okay. And he goes, okay, let's go have sex.
Yep. Like, all right. Okay, you want to have sex?
Just now feels like, okay, everything you just said is not true.
You took it away.
And you're using me.
Mm-hmm. Took it away. And welcome to the world of men. Not all men. I'm not saying all men don't hate on me. But a lot of men, that's the urge. That's honestly an urge. But to be fair, they feel like sex with their woman again it's all better. It's all better
now.
Isn't
it interesting because women go, you need to, like, there's such an emotional connection with sex for a woman, most women, on a routine basis.
Yeah.
And to even get her to that point means she has emotionally let down a lot of gates.
Right.
And when those gates come up or those protections come up because she's been hurt,
Yeah.
that is the last thing she wants. That is not reinstate that you love her because you have sex with her. It doesn't work that way.
That ain't language of love, honey. No. It's basically, for him, he thinks it's all going to be patched together because of that. Or it's almost a desperation. We're not going to quit having sex because we fought, right? So it does turn into that. It's like, it is. It's out of fear. It's a fear-based motive.
I'm sure there are women that use that against them, like,
totally.
Not having sex with you.
Totally.
Make you pay for it.
Or they're afraid not to have sex because you're going to get it somewhere else if they don't. That's a lot of
I know
things
that
too.
I was in a long relationship, and I would have sex just because he was nicer to me. But the whole aggression of him not getting sex and the way he treated me was worse. It was worse. And so in my mind, I was like, it's better to live this way than that way. And literally, I promised myself during all of those times that I will never be with somebody I don't want to be with again, ever. And people ask me all the time, why are you still single? Oh my gosh, let me help you. I'm single because I want to be.
Let me pimp you out. Let's get Miss USA dating somebody that I lined her up with.
You bless your heart. Y'all, you're not married yet. Oh my gosh, you've been single how long? Well, let me help you.
Yeah,
I think I know my grandpa has a friend, and I'm like,
let me tell you one thing. Gretchen does not need help getting attention from men. No.
and I'll call this woman out. I won't tell her name, but
Sure.
There was a guy. I can't remember if we talked about this on a podcast, but there was a guy that messaged me. Right, and he's pretty handsome, pretty cute. I looked at his profile, and it has a picture of a little baby. So he's a dad to a young child, which tells me he's young. He's too young for me.
Sure.
My children are almost grown. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
And that's my choice. There's nothing wrong with him.
Totally.
That's just where I'm at.
That's right.
So in the same message of telling me how beautiful I am, literally, he doesn't even put a period at the end of the sentence. He starts asking me about my hot daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And it's almost like he was scrolling through my page and he sent me a picture of her that I had posted. And he's like, wow, let's talk about her. And I was like,
yeah. Hey, you going to pimp your daughter out, Gretchen?
hang on a second. First of all, you insulted me. Second of all, you think I'm the type of mom that's going to go, yeah, I'm going to set my daughter up with you, you dick. So I see on his...
He's hitting on you. And then he literally starts going, oh, wait, you've got
Hang
a daughter?
on, second thought.
Oh, wait, you got a daughter here? Oh, she's single?
Yeah. And she's like 12 years younger than him.
Oh, my Lord.
Right.
Okay, delete,
Right.
block.
Yeah. So I look on his page and I see that we have a mutual friend. So I messaged this, and she's your friend too, right? And I go, I see that you're friends with so-and-so. Let me just, what do you know about this guy? And she's like, oh my gosh, he's such a jerk. He's such a creep. She gives me these examples, and I told her what just happened, right? So I messaged my daughter and I said, hey, this guy is interested in you, but don't friend him. She goes, Mom, I've already heard about him.
Oh,
My daughter was 24 at the
you're
time,
warning
23
her,
at the time.
and she's
already
like,
heard about this guy.
that's scary.
Right?
This guy's got a reputation.
Yeah.
Problem.
Last Friday, you and I are together. I get a message from this girl, this friend of ours.
That said he's a pig.
Said he's a pig.
Yeah.
Said he's narcissist. Says he's this and that and this and that. She goes, hey, I've got somebody I'd like to set you up with. He's 36. Y'all, I'm 53. There's a big future for me with that one. And he's underlined super successful. Why do women think that the most important caliber of a man is his success?
Because most women want to be taken care of and they're kept women, but go ahead.
Oh, man.
I know we're over that phase, right? We are
Carl
powerhouses
and I are
ourselves.
not in that choir, so don't be
Damn
preaching to
money,
us.
honey. Yeah.
Yeah, so she starts going on, and I'm looking at his name that she wrote down, and I scroll back up the text, and I read
What she already
had
said to
just
you.
said a month ago.
Yeah.
So I text her back. I message her back, and I go, why don't you scroll up and read what we've already discussed about this guy? And she goes, because you're a therapist, she goes, he's had counseling. He's so much better now. He's actually a great guy.
Oh. So he came clean or said sorry or something, and he said, how long of counseling? This was going on for a month?
No, our first conversation about what a jerk he was a little less than a month ago.
Yeah, he's had some counseling.
He's had counseling. He's all better. Jesus blew in his face, and he's now better.
Poof. Done.
Right?
He's over that, yeah. No, he's working her to get to you.
And why is she not defending? Why isn't she going in the girl code and going, dude, you were wrong in the fact that you hit on her daughter while you were hitting on her at the same time.
Right?
Do you get the messed upness of that conversation?
You get what a creepy guy this is.
You don't need a PhD to understand this.
No, he's a creep.
Yeah.
He's a perv.
So I had already blocked him like from day one, right? And then I had to block her because I'm like, I don't need friends like that. Like, I don't need friends saying, you know what? He's a great guy now. I know he tried to hit on your daughter.
I know he's way inappropriate, but he's changed.
I know.
As he's working her as an angle to get to you. And, it's kind of, I will be honest. I mean, sometimes I worry about introducing anybody to you only because of this kind of shit. It's like, oh my gosh, she's single. Oh, I had another friend of mine that called me one day and said, oh, please, just tell me I can fall in love. I said, I've already said this to you. Don't do that. Don't do it. And I had to kind of stop some things. But no, it's just this weird thing about they just want to take you to bed, or they think they're going to have, something. I think Miss USA title is part of that. But what bothers me is they would utilize my friendship with you to get to you, and it bugs the shit out of me. So it don't happen. Don't even think you're going to get to her.
Yeah, if you think you're going to call Camille and get a date with me.
No, you can.
And the funny thing is, my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights are the same as my Friday, Saturday. I mean, I'm just not.
You're not worried about it.
I just don't go out really. And so
Priority.
this guy was giving me a product, right? He was exchanging a product. First time I ever met him.
Right.
And he starts saying, you know, this first time I ever met him, right? He starts saying, so you're still single? Like, how do you do that, meaning sexually? Like, what do you do? I mean, you know, you don't have somebody in your life. Like, what do you do? And I'm thinking, wait, are we going
None of
there?
your business,
like,
honey, but-
I don't know you. I don't know.
Fuck.
Right? So he starts like really trying to develop this conversation.
Oh, like you're going to sit there and you just met this guy.
And he goes, do you like men to put their hands on your little hips like that? And I'm thinking, I got to go.
I'm getting a little scared here.
Right.
I'm getting a little nervous.
So he sends me a message that night, and he was like, send me a pic
shut
of
up.
you in heels and lingerie.
Did you go click, delete?
I'm like, sweetie pie, let me help you with that one.
You can.
That is saved for a relationship, and I don't even know your last name.
And you can Google that. I'm sure there's a kinks, fetish, something
Right.
you can find. Oh, yeah.
And he has a job where he's around a lot of fit women.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he works for a company that there's a lot of fit women there. And I'm like,
Sure.
I don't know if you're just used to getting whatever you want, but that doesn't work that way with me.
Well, again, it's complete objectification.
Yeah.
And I think what bothers me is that female, okay, objectified you too. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there
That's-
wasn't any kind of girl back you up.
Nope.
There was at first.
Well, right. And so you don't, people don't do that. Just don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
You know, and the truth of the matter is, if you think about it, and God, how long has this been going on? You know, people may hook up, and it's all fun and stuff, but history has never changed. The guy is always fine, and the girl is always a mess.
That's right. Well, women don't have sex for the same kind of reasons men do.
No.
And with all the diseases out there nowadays, you got to be super, super careful, you know?
And I do think there are some women out there that they just can't be alone. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
men
just
too.
like,
Men too.
Yeah.
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 You know, I've got this guy that is like desperately trying to get back with me, and I'm just like, that chapter closed. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You need to go find what you want.
Yeah.
you
There's nothing to
know?
go back to. We go forward always.
Right.
There's never a backward, yeah.
And to me, you know, at my age, I think, Camille, if I have to help somebody mature enough to know how to treat me,
You don't waste your time.
or if I have to like beg for someone's attention that I'm supposedly in a relationship with, I'd rather be single. Yeah, I will be a Walmart greeter, y'all.
I don't feel good. No, you will not.
I'd be like, welcome to Walmart.
Go to Target.
Want a cart? Oh, Target.
I'm kidding.
Nordstrom Rack.
We're going to be in the rack. We're going
I'm
to
like security at Nordstrom Rack.
be at TJ Maxx. Gretchen!
I'm like, hey, Camille, look what I found.
A wispy cutter. We got wispy cutters going on here, guys.
Oh, these are the best things.
Oh, they're so cute.
You know, if you have like a little
I'm
stash,
excited.
you got a little something going on.
A little something, something.
Get in there.
I'm going to
Yeah,
clean
I
this
know
shit
you
up.
got your little chinny chin chins.
I'm going to clean this shit up. I might be cleaning up everybody else. Come here. Come here.
Camille's like, the pink one is sanitary for
Yeah, hold
me.
on.
but
This
the
is
rest,
the upper and this is
I've
the
been
lower. Hold on.
Been all over Walmart with this thing. I've been
Glad I got the
cleaning
pink
people
and the
up
purple, not the
all
green.
over the world.
Oh my God.
Seriously,
girl.
Camille comes in and she's got like a whole like toothbrush, you know, cup full of them at her office desk, and her clients are like, "What are those?" And she goes, "Hold still.
Come here a minute, honey. Come here. Here, outside.
Let's talk about therapy." No. We're going to get those hairs. Yeah. Speaking of hairs, before we end,
We're in.
no, we can't. We just got to talk about we
Wow.
talk about relationship stuff. I think
What about hair?
nose hair and ear hair and crazy eyebrow hair for men.
Kind of gross.
Yeah, if you wondered why your woman's
old
not
man
attracted
shit.
to you,
Yeah, you should trim that shit.
they make things. They make things in the Walmart section that goes, as seen on TV. There's a whole section
They have
for all of your
circular
face-scaping.
circular saw.
Yeah, get in
they
there and
have
take care of
circular
it.
stuff,
Then
yeah.
your sex life, no, it changed.
Scape just a little bit.
That is my therapy.
That's good, girl. That's
Yeah.
good feedback. Do I have nose hair?
Hang on.
You get my.
Like coming at you like a ninja warrior.
Oh no! I saw they wax that shit. Can you imagine?
I did it with Bailey.
It's like-
no, they stick like a Q-tip full of wax up
Ooh.
there, and the
I just
stick
realized.
is hanging out, and then all of a sudden she's like,
Oh my
she
God.
like got her hand on your forehead, and she goes, You know, and I'm thinking, I don't think I have that much hair up there that you need to put your hand on my forehead.
It's actually cilia, and we need it. It's actually healthy for you.
I know.
Yeah, so you can't.
Like
but
when
if starts
Tracy
growing out or
comes in
anything.
and he starts smelling because you've just pooped. You know. Yeah, I know you're
sure.
chlorophylled out. But,
That's right.
But
chlorophyl's deodorizer.
He needs to.
Natural deodorizers,
Particles
chlorophyll,
in the
y'all.
air, Tracy. I'm
They have
just
mint
saying.
flavored chlorophyll. It tastes pretty good. Just drink that all day long. You won't poop. You won't stink.
Does
Your
your
poop
poop-
won't stink.
Does your poop smell like mint?
It smells like mint. Mint chlorophyll.
That's gross.
No, it isn't. It's actually not gross.
Really?
And
So
you
next
think,
time,
what does yours
next
smell
time
like?
you want to eat mint gum, you're like, this smells just like my poop, y'all. This is good stuff,
Oh my god. What is-
right? And the next time you want to have some
I want
sweet,
you to have that on a
sweet
little
tea with a mint,
replay video.
she's like, oh, this tastes just like my poop smells.
I'm turning this shit off. Now she's starting to fuck with me. But we're turning this shit off.
I never.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
never.
Whatever.
That hurts my heart.
Shut up. Oh my god, bitch. Bye, y'all. Oh, by the way, this was shock talking. Bye.
And it was.